We knew that our backs were against the wall, if you like, and we had to fight. And I thought the way that we responded after tea was fantastic. I thought Brody came out and he put a lot of pressure back on India, and then the rest of the lads that came in followed that up. And Jimmy towards the end there was, sensational. Took a lot of pressure off me batting at the other end. It's obviously quite slow and low, if you like, but I think that ball change obviously played a big part in the game, and we didn't quite respond to it well enough. And I think going forward we're going to have to make sure that we do recognise those periods and front up a bit sooner. I thought the way that we did when we did realise it and we did regroup, we were brilliant. So hopefully going forward that's something that we can learn from and get better at. Slightly, yeah. I think that was more down to just me. Sometimes you go out and it's not as easy as normal, and your feet aren't quite going like you'd like them to, and it was just one of those days, and I had to get through that initial 20-30 balls and fight my way through it. And you've got to give a bit of credit to India. The way they bowled in that middle session was, it was very good, and it put a lot of pressure on us. And like I said, the promising thing is that we came out after tea and we put that pressure straight back onto them. Yeah, it's not ideal. Obviously, we'd like to make sure we as batters contribute more, but it's a team game ultimately, and everyone's got a responsibility with the bat to get as many runs as possible. And there are times when the top order, have a perfect day and go out and both get hundreds, and three does the same, and unfortunately that wasn't today. And throughout this game, so we're in the position we are. We've got to front up and deal with it. And I thought the way that they did that was outstanding. Really, I mean, to be fair, our top 9 have all got Test match hundreds. So I don't really think many of them think of themselves as out and out bowlers. A lot of them pride themselves on the way they bat, and that's shown today with the way that they came out and played. Slightly, I think the way that Stuart came out and played made it a lot easier for me to play the way I did, and so a lot of credit has it.
Look, this is the way we're going to.
Yeah, and I think when we go through a session like that and you have lost a few wickets, sometimes you just need to scrap and get through to tea, regroup. It was a nice break in play for us, and it meant that their momentum, if you like, wasn't continued, and we could come out and put pressure back on them, and I think we did that exceptionally well. Like I say, Brody, that was a phenomenal knock on there after that last session to come out and play that bravely, and then Liam and Jimmy backed that up at the end there. Well, you never know. I mean, we're obviously not in an ideal situation at the minute, but if me and Jimmy can keep whittling away at this lead, you never know, it'll put a lot more pressure on them, it'll frustrate them, and that's all we can really do. We can just keep fighting, and when we get an opportunity in the ball, we front up and we make sure that we put them under pressure straight away. He does play exceptionally well, but in that situation, for him to do that just shows how much he's worked on his batting and how much he enjoys it. So it's great to see. There's obviously a little bit of frustration, but whenever there's no DRS, you can't really dwell on it and moan about it. You've got to get on with it, and until the ICC make it mandatory for everyone to use it, there's nothing really we can do as players, and we just got to make sure that we try and give the umpires as little opportunity to give us out. Simple as that, really. So that's really all I've got for you on that.